exercises. But you know what I really love about bodyweight exercises? Is when I can do bodyweight exercises. Yeah, see, a lot of people out there can't do really good bodyweight exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, split squats, lunges. Why? Because their stabilizers are not strong enough. Their muscles aren't strong enough to handle gravity. So as a result of that, those bodyweight exercises aren't that successful. Or they compensate a lot and they're going to get injured over time. You know, we talk about strength training. You know, and as we talk about strength training as we get older, you know, I'd love to be able to bench press and squat and overhead press and clean and do all those things that I could do when I was 20, but the fact is I can't. But what I can do is I can still learn to lift this body. And I want to be able to lift this body for a very long time. Matter of fact, I want to be able to lift this body with some external load, like when I'm carrying a box or when I'm carrying my grandchildren or when I'm going ahead and having fun with my kids. I want to be able to go ahead and grab them, hold them, and I want to be able to carry them. So I've got to be able to handle an external load, but that doesn't mean I've got to be super strong. What that means is I got to be super functional. Yeah. So as we get older and we go into fitness over 40 and 50, like we've been talking about this week, strength to me becomes much more of a functional challenge than it does a resistance challenge. As a result of that, I've adapted my workouts to incorporate some key things that I think are really important that you need to go ahead and consider. Number one, I think bodyweight strengthening is phenomenal. And I think you need to be doing a lot of it. Push-ups, squats, body weight resistance. But the problem is, can you do it for long periods of time, like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe even a minute? You know, a lot of people can't do push-ups for a minute. A lot of people can't do more than 5 push-ups. So how do you get them to train bodyweight exercises? Guys, bands allow you to assist any bodyweight exercise. And I've showed you that very often. So bodyweight exercises, as you get older, are awesome because they work on coordination and balance and stability. But if you can't do them, you got to figure out a solution. Bands are going to allow you to assist all those exercises. Assisted lunges, assisted push-ups, assisted pull-ups, assisted squats. Man, you name it, you can assist it if it's a bodyweight exercise. So that's the first thing. Bodyweight exercise, but assist it when you need it. Second thing is integration. Guys, sitting on a machine and pushing is not the answer. Working on integration, your ability to move 2 or 3 things at one time, your ability to incorporate your lower body with your upper body while you're doing a strengthening exercise. Let me show you what I mean. You know, you can go ahead and put your feet staggered and push. Now, this movement is going to incorporate my trunk and my upper body. Let's get my lower body involved. Let's go into a squat and push. Now I got my lower body in. You'll be amazed at how many people can't integrate that and can't coordinate that. How important is that? Guys, that's super important because as we get older, we lose our integration. And the more often you train integration, the better it's going to sustain and it's going to maintain. Keep your integration. Strength train with the idea of integrating your entire body. Doing squat presses, squat pulls, squat overhead presses, split lunge overhead presses, split lunge rows. Put your entire body involved in it. Next thing is, we've got to keep teaching our body how to handle forces from different directions. So when I put my body hooked onto this band, and I come out here and I'm doing assisted lunges, or I turn around and I do resisted lunges. Guys, horizontal vector. You got to keep teaching your body how to handle a horizontal vector so you start handling momentum. And your body can go ahead and control that momentum. Guys, that's going to be the key to your longevity, is your ability to handle momentum. And the only way you're going to train your body to do that is using horizontal vectors, not just vertical weight-based vectors like dumbbells and kettlebells. You need to start incorporating more horizontal-based training. You also need to go ahead and allow yourself to rotate and turn. So now I can go ahead and I could do a simple body weight squat, which is a vertical vector for my body weight, but I got a horizontal vector on it, so it's teaching me how to stabilize on this side while I'm doing a squat. Man, I hope you understand that, because you know what? Horizontal vectors are huge to our ability to age gracefully and stay functionally strong. The last thing I want to talk to you about is changing tempos. We've talked a lot about our body's weaknesses and what's going to happen as we get older. And one of the things we talk about is response time. Our ability to respond to situations so that our muscles are ready to fire when we need it. Guys, work with different tempos. When you train with just dead weight, you can really only train with one tempo because dead weight is gravity dependent. Therefore, you're only going to push that weight so fast. But when you get with bands, all right, and you start training with bands, you can go ahead and work fast tempos. You can work really slow tempos. You can go ahead and work pulling motions and do it at a very slow tempo, or you can work at a quick tempo. But the point is, you can change your speeds. Changing speeds, both with the pulling or the concentric or the pushing concentric component, as well as the eccentric, the loading component, is going to make your response time stay strong, quick, effective. And guys, you just can't get that from dead weight training. So one of the things that I incorporate is making sure I'm always challenging my body with different tempos, because I want my reactive time and response time to stay good as long as possible. So there you go. So when you look at your strength training program as you get older, number one, make sure there's body weight training involved. But if you can't do body weight training, hey, get assisted body weight training by bringing bands into it. Make sure your body is integrated and it's always using both lower body and upper body to do movements. Therefore, you're teaching yourself how to handle life. All right, you're teaching yourself to be very integrated and strong, and you're not just sitting at a machine and isolating a muscle, because muscles don't work in isolation. They never have, and they never will. Make sure you're adding vectors onto your body that challenge you, not just vertical vectors like kettlebells and dumbbells, but add a band onto your hips and learn how to push and pull and lift with a horizontal vector on your body, so your body learns and your muscles learn how to handle that force, because you know what? It's that force that's probably going to get you in trouble. It's also that force that we lose as we get older. Yeah, we'll keep walking and keep handling vertical vectors, but you know, horizontal vectors, we don't train with it, we lose it. And lastly, don't always feel like you got to work with the same tempo, the same 3 seconds out, 3 seconds back. Nothing wrong with that. Change it up. Challenge your body to work at different speeds and different tempos so your response time stays great. You keep working with this in your strength training programs, you're going to be extremely excited about how functionally you stay compared to maybe your older counterparts that are doing nothing but dead weight training. Give it a shot. Give it a chance. I think you'll be very excited about how those types of changes in your strength training program make you a lot fitter at 50 than you would ever thought you